Many years I've been positive on my channel in regards to black men. I've made so many videos, encouraging black men to be better. Lately, a lot of black men have been emailing me saying, they heard things about me. They heard that they heard that I say negative things about black men, or that I hate black men, or that I'm a hoe, or that I sucked 5 dicks at one time, or just some crazy shit that they've probably been watching on YouTube from some other creators that I've never met, and it's interesting to see the apologies that I'm getting from a lot of men, because they've actually taken the time to look through my videos and they see that, I've been really positive in regards to black men. I've given my unbiased opinion about things that I have experienced and things that, I have observed of black men. And, as I'm getting older, because I'm 36 now, as I'm getting older, it's been pretty difficult dealing with black men. That was my Uber alert. I had to pick someone up, and now I am in a whole nother place. Yeah, I drive Uber, and it's not even that bad. Like, a lot of people are like, oh my god, you drive Uber, you're a new age taxi cab driver. I make decent money doing this. Like, a lot of people kind of turn their nose up at it, but for me, it's like totally cool. And I meet a whole bunch of different races of people of different class levels, and I just learn a lot, being able to keep an open mind and meeting other open-minded people. It's just awesome. Like, I meet people from all over the country driving Uber, so I pretty much like it. So anyway, what I was trying to say is, as I get older, it's very, very difficult for me to be able to find a man that I match with. And so recently I decided to get into a relationship with someone who I believed was as open-minded as I am. I'm an artist, I'm a photographer, I paint, I draw, I do graphic design, and he also did all of this stuff as well. And I've known him for about 10 years. And, my mother always told me that I needed to be very, very selective about who I choose to be friends with, because I've always been so kind, and I've always tried to help everyone and be the person that, inspires people to do better. And a lot of that has gotten me into trouble in regards to, who I choose to end up being with, who I end up being friends with, or whatever the case is. And, my mother always said, you have to be selective, you have to do better at this. And so when I decided to be in a relationship with the guy that I was just recently in a relationship with, I really put a lot of shit past him that I shouldn't have, and not to say that, dealing with him is a mistake or was a mistake. It's more of, I believe that there was a learning process, and the learning process for him was a lot more, beneficial than me. You know what I mean? I think he learned a lot from me in that little bit of time. And I believe that he will apply what he's learned from me in the past 2 months to his career and to his life. And I hope I positively affect his life in general, for the rest of my life and the rest of his. So, but I do want to say that, my experiences with black men, and I'm just saying black men because majority of the men that I've dated have been black. I have dated outside my race, but I want to make it clear that when I do speak about men, I'm not talking about all men. I'm talking about a specific set of men who do this type of behavior, and a lot of men have identical behavior. And there's so many men out there who claim they're different, think they're different, feel they're different, and then say, hey, I'm different, I'm not that kind of guy, I'm a nice guy, and then turn around and be the same bastard that every other man is. You know what I'm saying? So, my experiences with black men have been very, very interesting. Number one, the biggest problem that I think I have with black men is their ego and their pride. I understand a man. I'm a woman. I understand if a man has pride, a man has feelings, thoughts, frustrations, things that he has to get over, things that he has to accomplish. Men might be going through something just like how women go through something. But if you have a woman in your life who is also helping you with your life, your business, your money, your finances, these are the women that you need to try to keep in your life. These aren't the women that you want to lie to. These aren't the women that you want to manipulate. I don't suggest you do any of that to any woman, but you do not want to be the guy that was stupid enough to fuck over a woman who has helped you financially or helped you professionally. That is just the dumbest move you can ever make, because it's very, very difficult to find a woman who will support your goals and support your dreams. And she also happens to be your girlfriend as well. That is like difficult to find. A lot of men complain about them not being able to have a woman who supports their goals as well. So what I noticed in the process of me, working with the guy that I was just in a relationship with, He and I share the same qualities. We share the same, you know, creativity, quality in what we do. We share those things, but I happen to know more about business than he does. So, you know, that in itself made him feel some type of way, made him feel like I was someone he needed to resent, you know. So that lets me know that that specific man was not prepared for the power couple or prepared for, you know, what I have to offer. A lot of men think they're ready for women who have what they want in a woman. When your ego gets in the way to where you're starting to feel like you're in competition with your woman, that is a problem. Because me, I'm never gonna feel like my man is, you know, competition. It's never going to be me versus him. It's always going to be we, us, you know, our, and things that we're doing together. It's never going to be my or his or mine, you know, or I, or, you know what I'm saying? Those are things that I want to use if I'm, you know, trying to put together a team or I'm building something. So, you know, if we get to, so fellas, if you do happen to start working with a woman or you are building something with a woman, just keep in mind that it's not you versus your woman. So if she begins to do something better than you, or she brings a lot more value to the situation than you do, whether it's finances, whether it's creativity, whether it's ideas, whatever the case is, never feel like you're less of a man because of that. Never feel like, oh, you know, because she might do something better than I do, that means that I can't, you know, I should resent her, or I should, you know, I should feel some type of way. Be confident in yourself and what you bring to the table as a man. You know, you're still a man. You still have your qualities and things that you do that, you know, definitely help the situation. And whether or not it's your business that you two are working on, or her business that you two are working on, or whatever the case is, once you two decide to be a couple, you share that business. Now that business belongs to the both of you, especially when you're dealing with someone who goes the extra mile for you. Because a lot of women, you know, you could bring a woman around and she could be your assistant, or she could just be, you know, someone that, you know, does a couple of things to help you out. But then it becomes a different thing if she's equally putting in the same kind of work you are. That becomes a business that you two have together. So that's the number one thing I've had a problem with in regards to men, is their ego. I'm going to make another video about the next issue that I have with men. Stay tuned for that. It's coming up next, okay? Make sure you like, subscribe, and share. Have vision and stay focused. Namaste.